Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, you know it don't work without you guys. All right, so I am back in the man cave. I am back where I belong, back home. And it looks like things are business as usual in the NFL. Shout out to my man Calais Campbell, who's getting $27 million for 2 years. So that's basically $13.5 million. $20 million guaranteed, $13.5 million, and a fifth-round draft pick. That's one of those ones that, I would have loved to have been on. I have been a Calais Campbell guy. Shout out to Calais. And what the heck happened on that? Okay. I have been a Calais Campbell guy for a long time, and I think he will wreak havoc for Baltimore. He's a Baltimore Raven type of defensive lineman, and that's what we need. But you look at what we got for that sixth-round pick for Robert Quinn, I can guarantee you that Baltimore's going to be happy with what they get from Calais Campbell. So what we are seeing before your eyes, because the thing that people are talking about, Dak Prescott, $33 million a year or $35 million a year, he doesn't deserve that kind of money, and what I'm going to tell you is we're going to be sitting here next year and we're going to say, damn, $35 million is cheap for a quarterback. In the same way we're saying that Kirk Cousins' $28 million is damn sure cheap right now. Here's the deal. Because I want you to understand what we're talking about. Because somebody was having a discussion from an earlier video about, that deal for Tannehill, it's $91 million, so it's only like it's a 4-year deal, so it's only like $23 million a year. It's like, no. Understand this. It's a 4-year deal. 4-year deal, $118 million. Divide that out by 4 years, that comes out to $29.5 a year. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean that he's going to get $118 million. What you have to pay attention to is the guaranteed money. The guaranteed money at signing is $62 million. So if he breaks his leg tomorrow, he'll walk away with $62 million. Now, we don't have the language on this, but the other part of that guaranteed money becomes guaranteed at a certain point during the contract. So I don't know when that's going to be, but it's 91. So basically, you're probably looking at 62 being 2 years. The 91 is 3 years, and then after that, the 4th year is not guaranteed. Okay? Now, the way it works out for the team, though, and this is why they're trying to restructure Kirk Cousins' deal, is basically like Sports Track gives you an idea of how this contract would work. Because you prorate the signing bonus over the lifetime of the contract, you can turn around and say the first year we're only going to pay you peanuts because you're getting a check for 62 today. So you could look at a number of like 22 and a half the first year, 29 the second, 34 the third, and then 32 the 4th year. It's not bad, but it's not exactly killing you that first year. And knowing that the that the CBA is now through, that salary cap's going to average at least $15 million a year more money. If you take the $5 billion we're talking about over 10 years, divide that by 10 years, and then divide that by 32 teams, you're talking about on average about a minimum of $15 million a year. So that number actually works out for them. But what you're going to see, because everybody is basically waiting for somebody else. Ryan Tannehill. So, Teddy Bridgewater's going to be a free agent. He's going to look and say, hey, Ryan Tannehill. And I know what you guys are saying. Yeah, but Ryan Tannehill, he's a winner. Look what he did in Tennessee. Well, here's what I want to pull up the stats. Because there's perception and there's reality. Ryan Tannehill actually went to a very good team with a great running back. Okay? And what he did last year was actually really, for the 10 games that he played, 2,700 yards, 70% completion percentage, 7.7 yards per pass, not dinking and dunking, but not really going down the field that much, and 6 interceptions. It's not mind-blowing or anything else, but it's what that team was designed to do, which is great. He fits the system, and they won with it. Now, they also need to sign Derrick Henry. He's a free agent. You lose that guy, I think you're going to see the Ryan Tannehill that you had in Miami. Because in Miami, you were looking at, look, Look at these numbers. 58, 60, 66, 61, 67, 64. Kind of all over the map. 3,200, 39, 4. You never had more than 27 TDs in a season. And you've had some seasons where you had 13, 17, 12, a lot of interceptions and things. And just think that last year he got run out of Miami. So he got that contract basically off of 3/4 of a season, basically, or 10 games. So if Ryan Tannehill, who has a career completion percentage of 63.5, has 145 TDs in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, 81 interceptions, if that's worth 29 and a half, you can forget about Dak Prescott's deal being about 33 and a half. That's just going to go out the window. That's just not going to happen. You could probably forget about 35 or 36. I think you're looking at probably about 38 right now, because Kirk Cousins is waiting to see what Dak Prescott's contract looks like. And Pat Mahomes in Kansas City, they're looking at doing theirs sooner than later because they need the cap relief. So I wouldn't surprise me if he was signed today or tomorrow or the next day. And, of course, Deshaun Watson is waiting until Pat Mahomes gets his deal because he wants to base his off of those. And I think you're about to see an explosion of quarterback pay. And I know what you guys are going to say. Yeah, but teams who pay the quarterback a whole bunch of money, they ain't winning. Well, guess what, guys? Everybody's quarterback's going to get paid. I can guarantee you Teddy Bridgewater's going to go well into the 30s. Tom Brady, I'm sure he's going to be in the 30s again. Drew Brees, he may say, I'll take a little bit less because I'm trying to have one last go-round. But you will probably see this year 15 quarterbacks above 29 and a half. You really, I'm telling you, you will see that kind of number. So, the clock, it's ticking. We got 19 hours and ticking. 19 hours and 34 seconds and ticking. I'm just going to let this count down. $19 hours and 25 seconds. Because if the Cowboys don't have a deal for Dak or Amari and don't have a tag on one of those guys or a contract on the other, they are officially free agents unless the NFL puts off free agency. So we got exactly 19 hours starting right now. Actually, it's 18 hours and 59 minutes to get a long-term deal done for Dak Prescott. And if they don't do that, they have to franchise tag him. And Amari Cooper, if they don't have a deal for him, you don't have another tag. So I want to hear from you guys what you think that his deal is going to be. Because 33 shouldn't have been in the conversation to begin with, because that was basically what the franchise tag is going to be. And the second year on the franchise tag would be about 40. So that puts it at about 37. I think you're looking at about 38 will be my number that they have for Dak Prescott. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I kind of lost that there for a second. I'll go ahead and actually cut that part out. So we got 18 hours and 58 minutes left to free agency, until being able to use your tag. And we're also talking about tomorrow being legal tampering. So you're looking at guys that are going to be hitting the market sooner than later. Whew. Ain't got much time left. Ain't got much time. So it's going to be interesting. But I want to know from you guys, What do you think Dak Prescott's contract's going to come in? I'm going to say the over and under is 38. Is the over and under? Are you taking the over or the under? I'm Mark Holmes, and well, I'll see you guys soon.